Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you a question. Are you building an empire or just getting by? See, life will give you whatever you settle for. If you act like an empire builder, you'll create something lasting, something powerful. If you act like a drifter, well, you'll get whatever the wind blows your way. The good news, you decide. You don't have to be born into wealth to think like an empire builder. You don't have to wait for permission. The difference between those who build greatness and those who wish for it is a mindset, a daily discipline, a commitment to build rather than just survive. A vision is not just a wish or a vague hope for the future. It is a force that pulls you forward, shapes your decisions, and dictates your actions. If you want to build something extraordinary, something that lasts, your vision must be bigger than you. It must extend beyond your immediate needs, beyond your personal desires, and even beyond your lifetime. The most successful people in history weren't just thinking about their next paycheck, their next promotion, or their next vacation. They were thinking generations ahead. They envisioned something so powerful, so impactful, that it would continue to grow and influence others long after they were gone. Most people fail to reach their full potential not because they lack intelligence, skills, or opportunities, but because their vision is too small. They think in terms of what they can accomplish in a few weeks, months, or years. They limit themselves to what seems practical, what seems reasonable, what seems within reach. But empire builders understand that true success comes from thinking in decades, in legacies, in movements that change industries, communities, and even the world. They ask themselves, what mark will I leave? What will people remember me for? What impact will my work have long after I'm gone? These are the questions that fuel them, that drive them to work harder, think bigger, and push past limitations. Expanding your vision starts with expanding your beliefs about what is possible. If you believe that success is only for certain people, that you are somehow unqualified or incapable, you will always operate within those constraints. But the moment you start to believe that you can achieve something far beyond what you've imagined, your actions will begin to align with that belief. Your habits will change. Your circle of influence will change. Your level of effort will change. You will start to attract opportunities, people, and resources that match. It means stepping into uncertainty, taking risks, and accepting that not everyone will understand or support what you're trying to build. It means facing resistance, criticism, and even failure, but pushing forward anyway. The world has always been skeptical of those who dream too big, who refuse to conform, who aim for something beyond the norm. But history is written by those who refuse to shrink their vision just to make others comfortable. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. The key to holding on to a big vision is clarity. If you can't see it clearly in your mind, you'll never be able to bring it to life. Vision isn't about wishful thinking, it's about creating a blueprint so detailed and compelling that it feels real before it even exists. The best builders, inventors, leaders, and entrepreneurs all had an extraordinary ability to see what wasn't yet visible to others. They walked with confidence not because they had guarantees, but because they had conviction. They knew deep down that their vision was worth the struggle, the sacrifice, and the setbacks. Having a vision bigger than yourself also means thinking beyond personal gain. True empire builders aren't just in it for themselves. They want to create opportunities for others, to lift people up, to contribute to something meaningful. Money and success are byproducts of building something valuable, but the real reward is knowing that you changed lives, that you inspired people to think differently, that you left something behind that mattered. The most dangerous thing you can do is think too small. The moment you settle for a vision that is comfortable, convenient, or safe, you stop growing, you stop striving, you stop pushing the limits of what's possible. But when you dare to dream bigger, to imagine something that stretches beyond your own lifetime, you step into a different league. You become part of the rare group of people who shape history instead of just existing in it. Discipline is the foundation of all success. It is the bridge between wanting something and actually achieving it. Without discipline, talent is wasted, potential is unrealized, and dreams remain just dreams. The reason so many people fail to build something great is not because they lack intelligence, resources, or luck. It's because they lack the discipline to consistently do what is necessary even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is not about occasional bursts of motivation. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work and staying committed to the process, no matter how difficult or inconvenient it may be. Most people operate based on their emotions. If they feel inspired, they work hard. If they don't, they slack off. If they feel motivated, they push forward. If they don't, they make excuses. But empire builders, the ones who achieve extraordinary success, don't allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They have mastered the art of self-discipline. They understand that motivation is fleeting, but habits and discipline create lasting results. They do what needs to be done whether they feel like it or not because they are committed to a vision greater than their temporary feelings. Discipline is not something you are born with, it is something you develop. It is like a muscle. If you train it consistently, it grows stronger. If you neglect it, it weakens. The key to developing unshakable discipline is starting small and staying consistent. You don't have to transform your entire life overnight, but you do need to make a commitment to yourself that no matter what, you will follow through on what you say you will do. It's about building a reputation with yourself, proving to yourself that you are reliable, that you keep your word, that when you set a goal, you follow through. There will be days when you want to put in the effort, days when the world throws distractions, setbacks, and obstacles your way. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. The disciplined individual doesn't need outside validation or ideal circumstances to take action. They take action because they have decided that they will. They don't negotiate with their excuses, they don't wait for the perfect moment, and they don't give themselves the luxury of procrastination. One of the biggest misconceptions about discipline is that it requires sacrifice. The truth is, the real sacrifice comes from not being disciplined. Every moment of laziness, every excuse, every delay is costing you something. It's costing you progress. It's costing you growth. It's costing you the life you could be living. Discipline, on the other hand, gives you freedom. It gives you control over your future. It allows you to dictate your own success rather than being at the mercy of circumstances. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who always had it easy. They are the ones who developed the discipline to keep going when most people quit. They built habits that supported their goals. They created routines that made success inevitable. They disciplined their minds to focus on the long-term reward instead of the short-term discomfort. They were relentless in their pursuit, not because they always felt like it, but because they trained themselves to act, regardless of how they felt. Building unshakable discipline is not about perfection, it's about consistency. There will be days when you fall short, when you make mistakes, when you feel like quitting, but discipline is about getting back up, learning from setbacks, and staying committed to the bigger picture. It's about understanding that success is not built in a day, but rather in the small, disciplined actions repeated over time. Those who master discipline master their destiny. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your future. If you want to build something great, you cannot afford to keep company with those who think small, complain often, or settle for mediocrity. Success leaves clues, and if you spend your time with empire builders, people who are ambitious, driven, and committed to growth, you will start to absorb their mindset, their discipline, and their way of thinking. The opposite is also true. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and small thinking, it will pull you down faster than any external obstacle ever could. Empire builders think differently. They see opportunities where others see problems. They take responsibility for their results rather than making excuses. They push themselves beyond their comfort zones because they understand that growth only happens in discomfort. When you associate with these kinds of people, you are constantly challenged to do better, think bigger, and hold yourself to a higher standard. They won't let you settle for less than your full potential. They won't allow you to make excuses. They will push you to become the best version of yourself, not just with their words, but by the example they set every day. The biggest mistake most people make is staying in circles where they are the most ambitious, the most disciplined, or the most successful. That kind of environment might make you feel comfortable, but it does not make you grow. If you are always the most motivated person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Growth happens when you are surrounded by people who make you feel like you need to level up just to keep up. These are the people who inspire you to think bigger, execute faster, and aim higher. They make success seem normal, and when success becomes normal, it becomes inevitable. One of the fastest ways to accelerate your growth is to seek out people who are already where you want to be. Their habits, routines, and thought processes are valuable blueprints for success. The way they manage their time, the way they handle adversity, the way they stay committed to their vision, all of these are things you can learn just by being around them. When you spend time with empire builders, you begin to adopt their level of expectation. You no longer tolerate average effort, lazy thinking, or weak excuses in yourself. Their presence alone forces you to raise your standard. Not everyone in your current environment will understand your ambitions. Some people will try to pull you back to their level, not because they are bad people, but because your growth makes them uncomfortable. They will question why you work so hard, why you take risks, why you push beyond what is necessary. They will try to plant doubt in your mind, telling you that you are being unrealistic or that success is only for a lucky few. This is why it is crucial to protect your environment. Choose to be around those who encourage you to keep going, who remind you of your potential, and who challenge you to reach higher than you ever thought possible. The truth is, your network is either an asset or a liability. It is either pushing you forward or holding you back. If you want to build an empire, you need to be around empire builders. Find them, learn from them, and grow with them. Over time, you will not only be influenced by them, but you will also become one of them. And when that happens, you will start to attract other ambitious, disciplined, and driven people into your life, creating a cycle of growth and success that never stops. Decisions shape destiny. Every outcome in life is a result of a choice made, whether consciously or by default. The people who build great empires, lead industries, and create lasting success are not necessarily the most talented or the most fortunate. They are the ones who have mastered the power of decision-making. They understand that hesitation is the enemy of progress and that every moment spent in indecision is a moment wasted. The ability to make bold, confident decisions separates those who lead from those who follow, those who succeed from those who merely survive.
Most people struggle with decision-making because they are paralyzed by fear. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of failure, fear of judgment. But indecision is often more damaging than making the wrong choice. A bad decision at least moves you forward. It gives you something to learn from, something to adjust. But indecision keeps you stuck, allowing opportunities to slip away and momentum to die. Empire builders operate with a different mindset. They know that action beats hesitation, that a decision made with confidence can be corrected, but a decision never made leads to regret. The best decision makers trust their instincts while also relying on wisdom. They gather the necessary information, analyze their options, but they do not dwell endlessly on what-ifs. They understand that no decision comes with a guarantee, but progress requires risk. They also know that perfectionism is an illusion, that waiting for the perfect moment often results in waiting forever. Every empire, every breakthrough, every major achievement began with a decision, one choice, that set everything else in motion. Had those choices not been made, entire histories would have been rewritten. True leaders take full responsibility for their decisions. They do not blame circumstances, luck, or other people when things don't go as planned. They own their choices, learn from them, and move forward. This level of accountability gives them immense power because it means they are always in control. They are not at the mercy of external forces. They are the architects of their own lives. When you master decision-making, you eliminate excuses. You stop waiting for permission. You stop second-guessing yourself. You act with certainty, knowing that even if you make a mistake, you will figure it out and adjust. One of the greatest advantages of being a decisive person is the ability to create momentum. When you make decisions quickly and with conviction, you move faster than the competition. Opportunities open up because you are constantly in motion while others are still weighing their options. Speed matters in life. The world rewards those who take initiative, not those who sit on the sidelines hoping for clarity. Confidence grows from action. The more decisions you make, the more comfortable you become with uncertainty, and the more you trust your ability to navigate challenges. The biggest breakthroughs often come from the boldest decisions. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it will never lead to greatness. History remembers those who dared to make the tough calls, those who were willing to risk failure in pursuit of something greater. Every time you hesitate, every time you delay, every time you let doubt dictate your actions, you give away power. But when you decide fully, without hesitation, you take control of your future. You step into the mindset of an empire builder, someone who does not wait for things to happen, but makes things happen. The faster you master decision making, the faster you unlock the level of success you are truly capable of achieving. Adversity is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. It is the very thing that shapes, refines, and strengthens those who are destined for greatness. Every empire, every success story, every breakthrough was built through struggle. The people who rise to the top are not the ones who had an easy path, but the ones who turned obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Strength is not developed in comfort, it is developed in resistance. Just as fire purifies gold and pressure turns coal into diamonds, adversity has the power to transform you into something greater than you ever imagined. Most people see adversity as a reason to stop. They believe that difficulty is a sign to turn back, that struggle means they are on the wrong path. But empire builders see adversity differently. They understand that hardship is not an enemy, it is a teacher. Every challenge contains a lesson, and those who are willing to learn from their struggles gain a level of wisdom and resilience that cannot be taught in any other way. The key is to shift your perspective, to see adversity not as something that is happening to you. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, to think smarter, and to develop the endurance necessary to sustain long-term success. Adversity reveals character. When everything is going well, it is easy to be motivated, disciplined, and positive. But when the storms come, when things don't go as planned, when you experience failure, disappointment, and rejection, that is when your true strength is tested. Will you crumble under pressure, or will you rise above it? Will you let challenges defeat you, or will you use them to fuel your growth? The way you respond to adversity determines the kind of person you become. The strongest people in the world are not those who have never faced hardship, but those who have faced it, endured it, and emerged stronger on the other side. Every great achievement requires a price, and that price is often paid in struggle, sacrifice, and perseverance. The road to success is filled with obstacles. There is no way around that. But instead of seeing these obstacles as roadblocks, see them as tests. Each one is an opportunity to prove to yourself how badly you want what you are pursuing. If success were easy, everyone would have it. The reason most people don't reach their full potential is that they give up too soon. They stop when things get tough instead of pushing through. But those who are willing to endure, to keep moving forward despite the difficulties, are the ones who build unshakable strength. Adversity also has a way of sharpening focus. When you are tested, when you are pushed to your limits, you are forced to become more resourceful, more strategic, more disciplined. You learn to adapt, to pivot, to find solutions where others see only problems. Every struggle refines your skills, toughens your mindset, and prepares you for bigger challenges ahead. The more adversity you face, the more capable you become. You begin to realize that you are stronger than you thought, that you can handle more than you believed, and that nothing is truly impossible if you refuse to quit. The greatest reward of overcoming adversity is the confidence it builds within you. Once you have faced hardships and come out victorious, you develop an unshakable belief in yourself. You no longer fear challenges because you know you can handle them. You no longer doubt yourself because you have proven time and time again that you are resilient. This confidence becomes a foundation upon which you build even greater success. Adversity does not break empire builders, it builds them. Every struggle, every difficulty, every setback is simply another step in the process of becoming unstoppable. Legacy is not about what you accumulate during your lifetime, it is about what you leave behind when you are gone. True success is not measured by money, titles, or possessions, but by the impact you have on others and the mark you leave on the world. Those who build empires do not just focus on what they can gain in the present, they think far beyond themselves. beyond their lifetime. They understand that the real goal is not just personal success, but creating something that outlives them, something that continues to grow, influence, and inspire long after they are gone. Most people live only for today. They chase temporary comfort, short-term rewards, and fleeting recognition. But empire builders operate on a different level. They do not seek to be remembered for what they had. They seek to be remembered for what they built, what they changed, and who they helped. They understand that life is short, and the only thing that truly lasts is the impact they make on others. Whether through innovation, leadership, knowledge, or service, they dedicate themselves to creating something bigger than themselves, something that will stand the test of time. Leaving a mark requires vision. It requires thinking beyond immediate gains and making decisions that serve a greater purpose. It means choosing significance over convenience, purpose over pleasure, and long-term impact over short-term gratification. Many people avoid this level of thinking because it requires sacrifice. It demands patience, resilience, and the willingness to do work that may not always bring instant rewards. But those who dare to think long-term, to build something meaningful, are the ones whose names are remembered, whose work continues to shape the future even after they are gone. One of the most powerful ways to leave a lasting impact is through people. The greatest leaders, mentors, and creators understand that success is not just about what they accomplish personally, but about how many others they elevate along the way. The knowledge you share, the opportunities you create, the lessons you pass down. These are the things that will continue to grow long after you are gone. When you empower others, you extend your influence far beyond your own lifetime. You create a ripple effect that can change countless lives, industries, and even generations. Legacy is built through action, not intention. It is not about wishing to be remembered. It is about doing the work that makes you unforgettable. It is about showing up every day with a commitment to excellence, consistency, and purpose. It is about refusing to settle for mediocrity, challenging the status quo, and pushing forward even when no one is watching. Your daily habits, the way you treat people, the standards you set, all of these contribute to the mark you leave. Small decisions repeated over time shape the legacy you will be remembered for. Adversity is often the catalyst for the most powerful legacies. Many of the most influential figures in history did not start with wealth, privilege, or favorable circumstances. They faced rejection, struggle, and hardship, but they refused to let their challenges define them. Instead, they used their struggles to build something meaningful, to create solutions, to inspire others. They understood that hardship is temporary, but impact is permanent. The greater the obstacles, the greater the story they would leave behind. Leaving a mark that outlives you is not about chasing fame or recognition. It is about making a difference. It is about using your time, talents, and resources to create something that matters. It is about living in such a way that when your name is spoken, it carries meaning, influence, and inspiration. Those who build empires do not just seek to succeed in their lifetime. They seek to build something so powerful, so impactful, that it continues to shape the world long after they are gone. The choice is yours. You can live a life of fleeting success, chasing temporary wins, or you can build something that stands the test of time. You can let circumstances dictate your future, or you can take control and create a legacy that outlives you. Empire builders are not just dreamers. They are doers. They are people who act with purpose, who push through adversity, who make bold decisions, and who surround themselves with others who challenge them to be great. They do not settle for mediocrity. They refuse to be ordinary. So ask yourself, what kind of mark will you leave? Will you be remembered as someone who merely existed, or as someone who built, led, and inspired? Will your name fade with time, or will your impact continue long after you are gone? The world does not remember those who played it safe. It remembers those who dared to be bold, to take risks, to create something extraordinary. Act like an empire builder. Think bigger. Push harder. Decide with confidence. Overcome every challenge. Lift others as you rise. And most importantly, build something so powerful, so meaningful, that it carries your name forward for generations to come. Because when you choose to live with that level of purpose, you don't just create success, you create a legacy that never dies.